Welcome to Institute of Legal and Management Studies, India's premier legal and management studies portal.
Have you ever wondered what options are available if you disagree with the findings of a posh internal committee? Maybe the decision felt unfair, or perhaps you believe critical evidence was overlooked. Today, we're breaking down exactly how you can appeal a decision made by a posh internal committee under the POSH Act 2013. Whether you're an HR professional, a complainant, a respondent, or part of an internal committee yourself, this video will give you the clarity you need. Under the POSH Act of 2013, every employee, whether a complainant or a respondent, has the right to appeal the decision of the internal committee, also known as the IC. This right is enshrined in Section 18 of the Act and is critical to ensuring procedural fairness and justice in cases of workplace sexual harassment. So when exactly can you appeal? You can file an appeal if you believe that the internal committee's findings were unjust, the inquiry process was flawed, or the recommended action was disproportionate. Some common grounds for appeal include violation of natural justice, procedural lapses, evidence being ignored or misinterpreted, or if new, substantial evidence comes to light after the IC's report. Now, where do you go to file an appeal? If you're working in a government organization, the appeal should be filed with the authority specified in your service rules. This could be the disciplinary authority or a departmental appellate body. If you're part of a private or non-governmental organization, the appeal is typically filed before the labor court or industrial tribunal that has jurisdiction in your area. The POSH Act mandates that the appeal must be filed within 90 days from the date on which the IC's recommendations are communicated to the aggrieved party. Missing this deadline can result in dismissal of the appeal purely on technical grounds, regardless of its merits. So time is of the essence. Here's what the appeal process generally looks like. First, you obtain a copy of the IC's report and any related final orders. Then, you prepare an appeal petition. This document should clearly mention the background of the case, grounds of appeal, and the specific relief you're seeking. Attach all relevant supporting documents, including your initial complaint, witness statements, and communications with the IC. Once submitted to the appropriate authority or tribunal, a hearing may be scheduled. Both parties could be called to present their case. Depending on the facts, the appellate body can affirm the IC's recommendations, modify the punishment, or even order a fresh inquiry. Now, a few practical tips. Always maintain clear documentation at every stage of the POSH process. Whether you're appealing as a complainant or a respondent, having a lawyer or trained POSH consultant assist, you can greatly strengthen your case, especially when procedural violations are in question. It's also important to remember that retaliation or victimization after a POSH complaint is a separate offense under the law. If such retaliation occurs while you're considering an appeal, this can be brought to the notice of the employer or even reported independently. Appeals under POSH are not just about legal strategy. They're about justice, dignity, and accountability in the workplace. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more expert guidance on POSH compliance and employee rights. And if you're serious about deepening your knowledge, consider enrolling in the ILMS Academy's POSH Train the Trainer program, an advanced course designed for HR leaders, HR executives, lawyers, and anyone who want to lead POSH initiatives with confidence and credibility. Thanks for watching, and stay informed, stay compliant.
Visit ILMS Academy for various courses from contract drafting, RTI, labor law, GST, and more. Get certified to enhance employability.